Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Bulls of Chicago.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's going to be taken in by Downs. Touchdown, Chicago! Josh Downs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bulls will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now Lamar changing the look.
No, we changed it.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down. And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it, and you work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare, it is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, You know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Jackson. He gets this to Davante Adams.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson's throw taken in by Adams.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
The Pro Bowl wideout Davante Adams, his intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and 5.
But you look at this defense.
They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That speaks loudly in volumes.
Play action. Now Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Pierce. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Caleb Shudak on to try the point after.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Chicago.
George Pickens.
75 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But you look at this defense.
They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Off to Wilson it goes on the end around. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
First carry here for Ken Walker. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
14 yards into Chicago, 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Well, he shifts past him. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Short throw, caught by.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Kenny Young coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Hey, middle.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Hey, middle. Oh. Hey. Hands up. Shut up.
Jackson now looking to throw on second down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. On now, the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Set. 380. Bring it up. Hey, Ray. Set.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Finds Pickens out right. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Run. Hey, cap. Go.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. It's this out wide to Pickens. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Here's Herbert. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Ken Walker from 8 yards out. And the Bulls have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Jackson on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson now. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now it's Jackson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Jackson. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Touchdown!
George Pickens
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bulls will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
In motion right goes Adams.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
From midfield now, here's Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And taken right at the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That complete to Downs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Hey, go lion. Ready.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now it's Herbert. He's got this to Pickens. Touchdown! George Pickens with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
That last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over. Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
To throw again is Jackson.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
And he's trying to get as much as he can. Boy, a lot's going to depend on the spot. But they're going to give it to him. He needed 5. He didn't get much more than that. But it's enough and a first down.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does.
This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third and goal. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
13.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mike Evans, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come back for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And that's caught left side by the tight end Key.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. To the right side, this is Walker.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Touchdown!
Kenneth Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bulls add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Derek Hall in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jackson from the shotgun. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be a third and about 13. Jackson now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Jackson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. From the gun, it's Jackson. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. York now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson looking deep for Adams.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
And Jackson throwing once more.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
One last shot for Jackson. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Chicago, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's